What's up everyone? Welcome back to Dan Plant, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Daniel, and today I'm going to be talking about how I got my first garden design client. My way might not be the most, I guess, traditional, but it worked out for me. So I'm going to go over how I found this client, how the first meeting with the client went, the steps I took, and what I would do differently in the whole situation of having this first client. So I recently lost my job. I did already get hired at a new place, thankfully. I basically will have a month between my last day at my old job and my first day at my new job. So like there is a gap that I have to fill, which I've been doing DoorDash and like yard work and trying to get gardening design gigs and stuff. So what I did was there's a Facebook group local to me that I posted in there and just said, hey, I lost my full-time job. I'm looking for any like pet sitting, house sitting, yard work, garden design, anything like that, jobs, like temporary gigs. And I was just saying how like my heart is really in design work. I've done some of it in school, although I don't have any professional experience to show for it other than the stuff I did in school. So I was just really upfront about everything, offered to show anyone like the designs that I've done and all this stuff. I had multiple people message me, not many people about design though, more so about like, come clean up my yard, or come on, don't go in there. He wants to get in the books. Just asking mainly for yard work, not really design. And then I had one, I basically found my dream client. I'm not gonna go too much into the whole thing. I will eventually be posting some of the design work and then like the installation and stuff. And I will talk more about my client work in another video and the design work itself in another video. But this is just about how I got my first client. I honestly feel like I got very, very lucky. There were a few other people that had contacted me. One person, I sent them my my design work and I told them like, hey, just a heads up, I'm not an artist. Like I don't draw. This is a basic map design, you know, like it's not good drawings. It's basically stick figures, like literally each little color and little symbol is a different plant. Stop it, staying right here now. So he's being bad, so he's getting lap jail. They just didn't respond to me. I don't think they thought it looked professional, which is fair, but that's why I kind of gave the warning of like, hey, these aren't good drawings. It's just a basic map of planting guide to follow. But thankfully this person, I came in person and showed them all of my work. I showed them some of the like planter design that I had done, and they're just on board. They're like, all right, I don't care what the drawings look like you're good, let's do it. So I sent them the invoice the other day, and I haven't gotten it yet. I know I wasn't expecting to get it right when I sent it. I know there's a process that we have to go through for this specific client. I have started working on it, which don't start working on designs until you get paid, okay? That is something, but either way, the work that I've been doing on it is work that I can reuse for other client work eventually down the road. Plus, just gives me a head start once I do get the payment, so whatever. Now, at this first visit, I had a phone call with them and talked a little bit about like the general idea of what they wanted to happen and all of that stuff. And then a few days later, I came, looked at the place. We actually ended up pretty much just kind of hanging out and talking for like 2 hours. It was really cool. But we went over the area that we were hoping to do this garden in, which we now might be moving it, but still, I took a bunch of pictures of the area. We talked about some issues, so like deer and squirrel and a bunch of other critters are issues. So we talked about possibilities for like sacrificial plants and border plants to keep these deer out, using deer-resistant plants, so like on the other side of the driveway. They also wanted privacy to be an aspect, so that was something else we talked about. We wanted something mobile, so that was another big thing we talked about. The things that I think I did wrong that I would have done differently on my first consult like this is I didn't have something to measure with, which is why I didn't take measurements, but I forget what they're called. I'll put a picture of one on the screen. It's just things that you roll and they measure for you, they're the best thing ever. They're so much better than just like measuring tape. They're so good. But I would have taken measurements, and I think the pictures I took were okay. They would have been a lot better if I had measurements. That's another thing. And something that I would love to do in the future is this is way in the future, I'm not gonna have the money or time for this in a while, but getting a drone and a drone license would be amazing, because to be able to take aerial view pictures of a landscape to design it is top tier. So good, so amazing, because that's how you draw the design. So, and I would have also asked more questions. So there are specific questions regarding like colors and stuff that I didn't ask. I should have asked those things. And then I also should have written a lot of things down. I did thankfully remember, I think, everything that I needed to, and I put everything into like Google Slides once I got home and I started all of that, but I would have written things down. But overall, I think I did pretty good on the memorization. Just writing things down, I think would have made me look more professional, and I think would have just helped things go faster when I started like the Google Slides part of the project. All you really need to do to get your first client is start a portfolio. You don't have to actually do work getting paid for to start a portfolio. You can just start designing your own things. Like, I'll post some pictures on the screen of things I designed. These were things I designed in school, and then a few things are just like designs that I thought would be like cool. You know, you just do those, scan them in, take pictures, whatever. I'm gonna go to the library actually and scan mine in so they're better quality. And then you start a portfolio. You can start a website like I have and have a page on it. You can literally just have like a Google photo album and have all your pictures in there and be able to just share that link as your portfolio. There's a lot of easy ways to do it. You could just not even do it digitally at all and keep everything in your physical portfolio, which I have one of those too. Starting a portfolio is really key. If you go do any yard work at all, take before and after pictures. This is something that I really always forget to do, but I have been starting to take some like videos of me doing the work, so I guess that's something. But taking before and after pictures really like sets in, this is the work I've done, this is what I can do. So I definitely recommend that if you're able to. Also, so make your portfolio and post in local groups. So like Facebook groups are really big. And another way is I made 100 business cards, sorry. I made 100 business cards for $20 on Canva, and I got those. So while I'm door dashing, if there's a house with like a yard rather than just an apartment, I'll put a business card. I want to get a stapler to put it in, like staple it, because you can't open the bag. So whenever there's a bag, like in a bag that's open, you know, I slide it in there. But giving people business cards whenever you can is also another thing. You can also take business cards to any bulletin boards that you know of around your city. So a lot of small businesses will have them. I think libraries sometimes have them, cafes, all of that stuff. Check all of those places. And just take business cards with you wherever you go. Even businesses are good too. So the project that I have right now is a garden design. It is going to be raised beds, but it's still a garden. And something that I really want to do as well is planter design. Thankfully, I have a bunch of pictures of my work of doing planter designs from an old job I had. So I do have a portfolio of that, which is why I'm trying to push that a little more, because that's what I mainly have a portfolio of. But also asking around, literally, if you know anyone in the area, even if they don't have a yard, ask if they know anyone that wants work done, anyone that has a yard that has been thinking of a garden design. Ask if they want an interior garden. You can bring raised beds inside. That's something people don't really think about. I wouldn't really do that if you have pets that can get into them, because that can be disastrous, which is why I don't have. That's really mainly it. So just posting on social media in local working groups. You could even post on Facebook Marketplace. You could post on Craigslist. I know that does cost money, but I think it's only like $5 a listing. Setting up a portfolio and handing out business cards. I really hope this was helpful, at least a helpful starting point. If you have any questions about design work, definitely let me know down in the description, and I can respond to you and make another video, because I really would like to make a bunch more design type videos. I actually think right after this I'm gonna be filming another design information videos. So definitely subscribe if you're interested in any. Please leave a like if you did enjoy the video. It really helps the algorithm, and I'm really hoping to get some monetization soon. So please help me out with that. And definitely subscribe if you're interested in any videos like this. I don't only make design videos, I make videos about houseplants and van life and just general life things. So definitely check my channel out. Definitely subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification whenever I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed and this was useful in some way to you. And I will see you next week. Bye.